So there's a lot of talk about nothing, which is important. We need to discuss nothing. We need to discuss where we came from, and as we all know, we came from nothing and we end up in nothing. Um, but I think we're still too human centric. I think we're in discussing nothing, and it's a bit of a human flaw. I know for atheists tend to think in the sense of some kind of moral foundation, whether that be altruism or based on enlightenment values. I can't say for sure. What I can say is that we do believe in altruism and in treating people equitably, and justly and fairly, in some notion of something. It could be politics. It could be you know, secularism. We have an idea of treating people fairly, but that fails. I mean, obviously, it fails all the time. I mean, you just got to read the news every day, and you'll see how it just fails in mass, almost like almost in very clear examples. You could think about the Holocaust as one of those things, and you could think about other contemporary problems that the world is having in terms of human value and what value means. And this is an old mantra of mine as well, but we don't mean anything to each other. We all we have is basically systems and processes in place that manage human relationships. Otherwise, I don't believe in anarchy. I don't believe in capitalistic anarchy, or libertarianism, to tell you the truth. But I'm not too for big government and all that stuff. Anyway, I totally got sidetracked. But yeah, nothingness in the grind of existence, we tend to ignore nothingness, which is sort of the womb of human thought and the womb of where we came from, etc., etc., etc. So while atheists may have views on morality, sometimes I find that they can get a little bit more idealistic about morality. They can tend to think that there is a reflexive notion to life and what life means. So that's maybe where the antinatalist thing comes in, but I can't be totally sure, because even in an antinatalist context, you have these notions of morality, these notions of being reflexive. Why is antinatalism a good thing, etc., etc.? It still depends on a human consciousness. So I won't go further than that, but I will defend atheism in the sense that while its reliance on science is sound, they still do have an idealistic understanding of what life is, but the science itself actually points to something that is constantly being debated. That's the nature of science. It constantly gets debated. So this nothingness that we seem to have a fascination with is not necessarily some idealistic scientific truth. It's just something that's constantly being debated and found out and looked at and understood, and then maybe even upended and changed into something else. I mean, Lawrence Krauss would know a lot about this, way more than I would, because he would he would be dabbling in the issue of nothingness. He wrote a book on nothingness as a cosmologist, or a physicist. So nothingness is something constantly being negotiated within our human realms. But I can't say that atheists have some sort of endpoint or some kind of godlike understanding of what nothingness is. Um, we don't. We have a certain evolutionary understanding of the way life is and altruism and things like that, but we don't have a complete answer. But any self-respecting atheist would say that we don't have a complete answer to any of this. Um, so anyway, I just want to end it there. This is the first video I made in my new room where I'm up at Young and Steele's, and I'm just playing with this thought. But yeah, that's all. A bit of a rambly video, but so is all of them. Okay, bye.